And I think it's important to give the people of Florida the opportunity to impose a ban. And that's all the special session would do. I mean, it's not, and I don't think anybody ought to be afraid of that. And let the people have their voice. Now, where I am right now on it, I would like to have it sooner than later. I think that the Senate is much more amenable to that at present than the House. But I remain hopeful that the House will perhaps take a different view, because I really think the people of the state, our state, should have the chance to make that call. And I think it's important to put it into the Constitution, because it was only last session where it almost went the other way by statute.
Do you need the leaders of the House and Senate to concur in order to have this special session, or can you just call them and reluctantly drag them back to Tallahassee?
I can do it unilaterally, call it. I can't get the amendment on the ballot without it. So it's a two-step process, and that's why I am trying to forge a consensus that agrees with the governor, the Senate, by the House. You know, we're a three-legged stool. We've got one left to go, and I remain hopeful.
So was renewable energy addressed at the special session, and have you gotten any feedback on that from the leadership?
Yes, I have, and I would like to do that. I think it's clearly the right thing to do. I think now more than ever that it's abundantly clear that pursuing solar, wind, nuclear, natural gas is a much better and preferred way to go in light of what's happened. And you know, you can't ignore the facts and the experience that we're going through and not come to the conclusion that we have a duty, frankly, to pursue a cleaner way to provide the energy that we need. And it can be done. I mean, when I was elected governor, as it relates to solar energy production in Florida, we were dead last. That's 3.5 years ago, dead last out of 50 states. Today, we're number 2 in America. You know, that's quite a dramatic shift. And in large measure because of Florida Power and Light, frankly, to their great credit. And I'm not a necessarily utility company fan, but I think that where they do good, they ought to be applauded, and they've done a lot of good. And you know, if we can do more of that and encourage more of that, to my way of thinking, through tax exemptions rather than through punishing the consumer with additional cost, that would be the better way to go. So yeah, I support it. I'd like to be able to do it, and if all we can get is the ban for the time being, I would be satisfied with that in the short term. But I think the long-term solution here is to do a lot better with renewables.